This information is to briefly go over the metrics for your body's total daily energy expenditure. So calories, what are they? Energy from food or drinks people consume to sustain normal physiological function and physical activity. Of course, there are other definitions, but the purposes of this informational will work with this one. This slides go over your daily caloric needs for what it's evident for a totally daily energy expenditure. So it's a culmination of a BMR, basal metabolic rate, added in from NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, added to thermic effect of food or TEF, and finally the thermic effect of exercise. So your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, is the largest factor of your daily caloric needs. Calories needed in this metric are needed to perform normal physiological and biological activities of your body. Generally consist of your age, your gender, your height, and your weight. So finding out your BMR is pretty easy, especially with the advent of technology nowadays, right? You can end up going to Google, and then for the search bar, go and type in Harris-Benedict equation. So it's either the second or third one, maybe the first one down on your list. You'll end up seeing the link for manytools.org/handy/BMR-calculator. So when that brings up, you end up seeing a window, right? It'll end up having a selection screen that's for a few metrics. So the one drop-down menu, you want to make sure to go and select the measuring system for imperial for feet, inches, and pounds. You want to input your last known or your known height, weight, and current age and your gender. And lastly, for your activity level, select a 1.3. You can change it later, but as for just for example purposes, 1.3 is needed for this one. Once you get done inputting those metrics and hit calculate, it'll spit out two numbers, your BMR and your daily caloric needs, right? So your BMR is just what you needed to survive. So your normal biological functions, physiological functions, just so your body can live. And your daily caloric needs is the value that's added fictitiously, or for an example of your activity modifier, right, which is added into the NEAT, TEF, and the TDEE. So non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT, can end up having an impact on your calorie output of each individual, right? So being more active increases this value, whereas being more sedentary makes this value much smaller. So if you're a more active individual, instead of sitting on your bum all day, potentially walking around, kind of getting some extra steps in, tapping your foot, doing something else that's not putting you on your keister or on your back, taking a walk around the neighborhood on the swing set, anything else to increase your activity level will increase your NEAT. So TEF, for the thermic effect of food, the different macronutrients that you put into your body have a different impact on your total daily energy expenditure. Thermic effect of food, the calories utilized from the macronutrients to digest and metabolize into your body go to this amount. Protein has the highest value, followed by carbs and fats, and of course, complex carbs and the simple carbs are a little bit different. Now, granted, these values aren't precise, and depending on the resource provider, they may change slightly. But for educational purposes of this presentation, we're utilizing this for the examples. The thermic effect of exercise is what you do intentionally to work out or perform an exercise activity. Most people overestimate what they do and underestimate their caloric intake. Most people do a lot less than what they think they do and eat a lot more. So if you end up intentionally working out, make sure that you end up providing enough intensity or volume to get enough out of your workout. In conclusion, depending on your goal, the metrics of these values need to be known, right? Your BMR has the largest value, followed by NEAT. Your food intake should be dependent on your activity level. Although this is informational to kind of show you how to balance your calories and activity, too many calories and not enough activity is a recipe for weight gain, whereas more activity and fewer calories can help with weight loss. I mean, if you're not losing weight, then you're not at a caloric deficit. Increasing your activity and or decreasing your calories to lose weight would be beneficial or a good place to start. And if you want to gain weight, then you do this process in reverse. Lower your activity level and or increase your calories. Thank you for watching.